Good evening and welcome to Icu TV Men News. Let's take a look at the stories making headlines. One day, property losters fire guards Kapalala market in Ndola. Man burnt to death over witchcraft allegations in Chama. And suspected mental patient murders two grandfathers in Lusaka. And in international news, millions affected as monsoon floods ravage Pakistan and India. And in sports news, Kangwa eyes strong performance as Zambia faces Morocco. With the news details, my name is Miriam Deborah Gamani. A fire broke out in the early hours of Sunday at Kapalala market in Ndola, Masala Township, claiming one life and destroying property worth thousands of kwacha. The victim, yet to be identified, is believed to have been trapped in the inferno. The incident marks another tragic blow to the business community, with traders losing goods and infrastructure in the blaze. The cause of the fire remains unknown, but authorities have launched investigation. This is the third time Kapalala market has experienced such devastation, with similar incidents recorded in 2017 and 2022, raising concerns over safety and accountability. A 40-year-old man has been killed and set on fire in Wambo village, Chama district, after being accused of witchcraft. The incident occurred between the afternoon of September 5th and the morning of September 6th, 2025, following claims that he caused the death of an 18-year-old villager. The victim, Rodias Ngondwe, had reportedly been warned that mourners at the local funeral were plotting to kill him. Despite attempting to flee, he was caught and fatally attacked by an angry mob. His half-burnt body was later found in the bush by villagers. Police in Eastern Province have launched a full investigation into the killing and opened a docket. Authorities have condemned the act and urged the public not to take the law into their own hands. Police in Lusaka have arrested a 25-year-old man, Lazarus Nanduba, for alleged murdering his two grandfathers, Thomas Nanduba, 74, and Thomas Longwe, 73, in Shantumbu village under chieftainess in Komesha. The incident occurred on September 6, 2025, and was reported the following morning after passerby found the bodies partially burnt and mauled by dogs. Lazarus, who was reported to the police earlier for violent behavior and briefly detained after being referred to Chama Mental Hospital, alleged confronted the victims demanding to be taken to his father. The two victims set off with him but never returned. Police have since retrieved the bodies and deposited them at the University Teaching Hospital mortuary for post-mortem. The suspect is in custody, and police have urged families to ensure proper care for mental health patients to prevent such tragedies.
Challenge Police Station has recorded a case of murder which was reported today, the 7th of September 2025 at 07:30 hours at Shantumbu Police Post. The report was made by Mr. Chris Nanduba, age 49, of village Sachibondwe under Senior Chieftain's Commercial in Lusaka district, who reported that his son Lazarus Nanduba, age 25, a suspected mental patient, murdered two of his grandfathers, namely Thomas Nanduba, age 74, and Mr. Thomas Longwe, age 73, both of the same village. The suspect further attempted to burn the two bodies. Brief facts of the matter are that on the 4th of September 2025, the complainant reported to Shantumbu Police Post that his son Lazarus Nanduba was exhibiting violent behavior. He was subsequently detained and continued to exhibit violent conduct while in custody. On the 5th of September 2025, the suspect was handed back to his father after police concluded that he required medical attention. He was then taken to Chama Mental Hospital, where he received treatment and was later discharged. On the 6th of September 2025, around 20 hours, the suspect is believed to have followed his two grandfathers, demanding to be taken to his father, whom he accused them of not feeding him well. The two victims set off with him but did not reach home. On the morning of today, 7 September 2025, passerby discovered two bodies that had been partially burnt and whose faces had been eaten by dogs. Police were alerted and quickly visited the scene. The bodies have since been picked and deposited at Investigation Hospital mortuary, awaiting postmortem examination and burial. The suspect has been apprehended and is currently detained in lawful custody as investigations continue. The Zambia Police Service wishes to express sadness over this tragic incident and further appeals to members of the public to ensure that mental health patients are placed under proper care and supervision to avoid similar occurrences. Thank you.
We take our first break. Please stay with us for more news after this.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
We continue with the news, and now in our local stories. Zambia has secured a significant energy investment following a visit by the 6-member delegation led by the Southern Province Minister Credo Nanjua to the 25th China International Fair for Investment and Trade in Xiamen Seat, Fujian Province. During the visit, Minister Nanjua witnessed the signing of agreements between the provincial administration and several Chinese companies expressing interest in Zambia's energy sector. The deal marks a major step towards enhancing the country's renewable energy capacity. Among the confirmed projects is the 300 megawatts photovoltaic solar power plant to be established in Southern Province, with construction expected to commence soon. The delegation also used the platform to promote the upcoming South Expo 2025 to potential investors. The government of Zambia has released 13 billion kwacha in August 2025 to address critical national priorities, referring to its commitment to turning the national budget into tangible outcomes for citizens. Key allocations include 620 million kwacha for the social cash transfer and 119.6 million kwacha for the food security pack and 100 million kwacha for constituency development fund empowerment programs. Additionally, 100 million was allocated to protect pensioners under the local authorities superannuation fund, 4.8 billion kwacha for the public service wage bill, and 740 million invested into the infrastructure as roads, health, water, and education. This targeted spending demonstrates government's focus on restoring public confidence, supporting livelihoods, and building inclusive development through timely, transparent use of public resources. Kaputa MP and Youth, Sports and Arts Minister Elvis Nkandu has warned against any attempts to sabotage the distribution of farming inputs for the 2025-2026 farming season. He said the government has tightened controls to ensure inputs go directly to verified beneficiaries, preventing abuse through ghost names and misused NRCs. Nkandu assured residents that more inputs will be available this year compared to the previous season, thanks to enhanced transparency measures. He urged farmers to work closely with government officials to ensure the success of the distribution exercise. Meanwhile, Kaputa district has begun registering new social cash transfer beneficiaries, prioritizing vulnerable young mothers. Residents have also been encouraged to participate in the upcoming voter registration and NRC replacement exercise ahead of the 2026 election. The Ministry of Information and Media has reaffirmed its support for cultural preservation as Permanent Secretary Tabo Kawana officiated the Bulongo Mwanamungo Traditions fundraising concert in Lusaka. The concert was held in preparation for the Bulongo Traditional Ceremony, a cultural celebration by the Ila people of Chief Musenga in Iteji District, scheduled for November 2025 under the theme to conserve our cultural heritage and foster development. The government views traditional ceremonies as a crucial platform for promoting cultural identity, unity, and national development. It is implementing various programs such as infrastructure upgrades, chief palaces construction, and enhanced subsidies to uplift traditional leadership. This initiative aligns with President Hakainde Hichilema's ongoing commitment to attend and support traditional events as symbols of unity and heritage. Zambians have been urged to support cultural initiatives that strengthen national cohesion. The Ila people were praised for their economic contributions, particularly in livestock farming and agricultural production, which reflects their dedication to development and sustainability.
Culture is what defines us as a people. And that is why we preserve our culture, heritage, and foster development. Traditional ceremonies are a vital platform for our people to express and reaffirm their cultural identity. Our diverse heritage strengthens our unity as a people. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ila people have a history of fostering development and creating wealth. I think we saw the representative.
You're still watching ICU TV Main News. We take a short break, more to come in international and sports news. Just stay with us.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Welcome back, and now in our international stories. Devastating monsoon floods have impacted over 4 million people in Pakistan, with Punjabi province bearing the brunt as 3 major rivers overflowed, submerging entire towns and farmlands. Thousands of farmers have lost their crops, dealing a severe blow to the country's agricultural sector. Across the border in India, similar scenes are unfolding, with monsoon rains also destroying crops and displacing communities. Experts point to global warming as a major factor, intensifying the scale and frequency of such climate disasters in the region. Relief efforts are ongoing but overwhelmed, with limited aid reaching survivors. In Pakistan's Monsoon region, families are sheltering in open spaces with little access to food, water, or tents, while tragic incidents like the capsizing of the rescue boats have added to the loss of life. And still in international news, more than 425 people were arrested during the pro-Palestinian demonstration in London on Saturday, held in support of the banned group Palestinian Action. The protest, organized by Defend Our Jewelries, drew around 1,500 participants who carried placards and chanted against the UK government's classification of the group as terrorist organization. Tensions escalated as police moved in to detain participants, some of whom became passive in protest. Clashes followed, with officers using force and protesters allegedly heavy-handed tactics. At least 25 people now face charges, while the rest were held under the Terrorism Act. The protests turned chaotic as scuffles broke out, while bottles were thrown and injuries were recorded. While police cited attacks on officers, organizers accused authorities of instigating the violence and suppressing litigation dissidents. You're still watching ICU TV Main News. We take a short break, more to come in sports news. Stay with us.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
And now in sports news, Chipolopolo midfielder Kings Kangwa says Zambia is ready for their high-stakes FIFA World Cup qualifier against Morocco, set for Monday. Ravage star believes facing on top-tier team like Morocco provides all the motivation the squad needs to deliver a strong performance. Zambia sits third in Group E with 6 points, behind second-place Tanzania on 10, while Morocco leads the group with 18 points and has already secured qualification. With limited chances left, Chipolopolo will be aiming for a crucial hopes alive. Kangwa has called on fans to show up in large numbers and rally behind the team, emphasizing that the home support could be extra push needed in the decisive encounter. That sports item brings us to the end of ICU TV main news, but before we leave, let's take a look at the stories that made headlines. One dead, property lost as fire guards Kapalala market in Ndola. Man burned to death over witchcraft allegation in Chama. And suspected mental patient murders 2 grandfathers in Lusaka. And in international news, millions affected as monsoon floods ravage Pakistan and India. And in our sports news, Kangwa eyes strong performance as Zambia faces Morocco. Thank you for tuning in to ICU TV main news. For more updates, stay tuned to our ICU TV news page and our website icutv.com. Good night and God bless.